Is chess a sport? It's a debate that's been going on for years. Sure, it's a game of strategy, intellect, and focus, but does it qualify as a sport? Today, we're diving deep into this debate in 3 parts. First, we'll define what a sport is. Then, we'll see if chess fits that definition. Finally, we'll look at what famous chess players and researchers have to say about this topic. Let's jump in so we can make our final call. Checkmate. What is a sport? To figure out whether chess is a sport, we need to define what a sport is. According to the dictionary, a sport is defined as an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another individual or team for entertainment. So by definition, sports must have some sort of physical exertion, skill, competition, and entertainment. But let's break that down. Physical exertion is a big one when most people think of defining a sport. Running, jumping, lifting weights, those are things people associate with traditional sports. But does that mean sports like archery, shooting, or even esports aren't real sports because they involve less physical movement? Not quite. Activities like these still require precision, focus, and a high level of skill. Let's take a look at professional athletes like Tom Brady and LeBron James. Sure, they dominate in their respective sports, football and basketball, because of their incredible physical abilities. But what really sets them apart is their mental focus and strategic thinking. Brady's ability to read the defense and anticipate moves, while LeBron's court vision and game IQ shows that they are a top player in their respective sports. Being a top athlete isn't just about running or jumping. It's about outsmarting your opponent, and that's exactly what chess is all about. Now let's talk about competition. Sports are all about winning and losing, right? Teams or individuals battle it out to see who comes out on top. Whether it's football, tennis, or chess, this competitive element is key in defining a sport. And chess, as much as any other sport, thrives on competition at the highest levels. Just look at the world championships and tournaments, where grandmasters face off in intense matches that are as mentally draining as athletic competitions. Just like LeBron James chasing records in basketball or Tom Brady pursuing another Super Bowl win, chess champions like Magnus Carlsen are constantly pushing their limits in the pursuit of greatness. This same drive to win, the same hunger for competition, exists in both chess and traditional sports. It's no wonder chess matches have passionate fans and emotional moments, just like any other sporting event. The mental stamina required in a chess match mirrors the physical stamina required in other sports. Just like athletes push their bodies to the limit, chess players push their minds to stay sharp over hours of a competition. Grandmasters can spend up to 6 hours in a single match, constantly thinking ahead. Just like Tom Brady or LeBron James spend hours strategizing before they get under pressure. So does chess have what it takes to be considered a sport? Before we answer that, let's take a closer look at chess itself. We've seen how sports like football and basketball rely on strategy and endurance, but let's explore how they compare to chess. Does it fit the same criteria? Now that we know what a sport is, let's see if chess fits that definition. First up, physical exertion. While chess doesn't involve running, throwing, or jumping, it does require physical endurance, especially at professional levels. Tournaments can last hours with players sitting in high-stress situations, maintaining focus the entire time, and that takes energy. In fact, researchers have found that top chess players can burn up to 6,000 calories a day during tournaments. This is because the brain demands a lot of energy when working hard, and in high-pressure matches, players are using all of their physical and mental abilities. But what about skill? Well, chess is all about skill. Mastering chess requires memorizing thousands of potential moves, thinking of multiple steps ahead, and predicting your opponent's strategy. Just like in sports, boxing, basketball, and football, strategy is the key to winning. And let's not forget about competition. Chess has a massive competitive scene, from local clubs to global tournaments like the Chess Olympiad. You've got grandmasters like Magnus Carlsen going head-to-head proving that chess is just as competitive as any other sport. So chess checks a lot of the boxes that makes it a sport: skill, competition, and even some level of physical exertion. But let's take a look at what experts and other chess players have to say about it being a sport. Many professional chess players and researchers agree that chess qualifies as a sport, while others aren't so sure. For example, Garry Kasparov, one of the best chess players of all times, famously said, "Chess is a struggle over the board. The greatest sport is there." Kasparov often emphasizes that chess requires mental endurance, comparable to traditional sports. As players compete, it's not with just their minds, but their resilience over long matches. Similarly, Magnus Carlsen, the current world chess champion, believes that chess is a sport where your physical endurance is just as important as your brain power. Carlsen has spoke about the need for physical fitness to endure long, grueling matches that can last up to 6 hours. It's important to be in good physical shape because if you're not, you can't keep your concentration. However, not everyone agrees that chess should be considered a sport. Dr. David Papanaugh, a philosopher of science, offers a contrasting perspective. In his article, Is Chess a Sport?, Papanaugh argues that while chess involves intense mental activity, it lacks the physical exertion, typically that's required in most sports. Chess is a game of strategy, but without the physical demands, it's hard to call it a sport, Papanaugh says. Dr. Mark Glickman, a researcher at Harvard University and expert in sports analytics, presents a more balanced view. Glickman suggests that chess should be viewed in a similar way to precision sports like archery and golf, where mental and physical endurance both play a role. In chess, the mental strain over time creates a situation where physical endurance becomes crucial, much like the precision sports that don't require much brute strength, Glickman argues. His research highlights that the hours spent maintaining concentration and focus in chess parallel the demands of sports that have minimal movement but involve high precision. These differing perspectives highlight the complexity of defining chess as a sport. While there's no denying the mental toughness required, the debate continues to revolve around the physical exertion. Chess players themselves are divided. While some see it as a pure battle of wits, others emphasize the endurance required to maintain peak performance over long matches. So what's the verdict? After diving into the definitions, comparing chess to other sports, and hearing from players and experts, we can confidently say that chess is a sport. It may not involve running or jumping, but the mental endurance, skill, and intense competition is all in chess, which puts it in the sports category. So the next time someone asks you, is chess a sport? You've already got them in checkmate, because yes, it is. For more debatable topics, feel free to subscribe. And if you want a topic to be debated, leave it in the comments.